Hello and greetings, chocolate muffins. 'Tis I, Cleo of CeriGotGame. I am sorry for not making videos for a long time. My energy level for making videos has been rather slack. But, in fact, I'm here today to tell you about this nifty little game game thing, whatever you want to call it, that I found that might actually help me to be making videos more regularly, as well as being more productive overall. It's a nifty little game app thingy called HabitRPG, and essentially it's a way to gamify your life. So, one of the unfortunate things of adulthood, or at least pretending to be an adult like I regularly do, is taking responsibility for your own goals and actions. You don't have a parent or guardian anymore yelling at you to get your homework done and do the laundry and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you have to keep track of that shit yourself. And if you're anything like me, you will come up with the stupidest excuses not to do something. You will push it to the back of your mind so regularly that eventually you just forget that that thing even exists. And of course, the consequences for that can be manifold, from the minor like, oh, you pissed your friend off, to losing your house because you didn't pay the rent in time. And yeah, so that's the second part of being adulthood. But chances are, if you're watching this video, that you, like I, am a gamer, and are therefore used to getting little flashes of dopamine whenever you complete a task, like killing 10 skeevers in an MMO, or defeating the final boss in an epic RPG. It works in video games, so why not work in real life? Well, I guess that was the thought process behind the makers of HabitRPG, which lets you take things that you have to do in regular life, or things that you're trying not to do in regular life, and make them into tasks, complete with rewards if you successfully do them, and points taken away if you don't, or vice versa if it's a habit you're trying to break. So basically, you have three categories of tasks in HabitRPG. You have habits, which are things you're trying to get into the habit of doing or not doing, and you know, it can be anything. It could be a good thing like practice piano more often, it could be a bad thing like you're trying to quit smoking, and therefore you set it up so that if you do the thing or don't do the thing respectively, you can add or subtract points. So for instance, if you're trying to quit smoking, you could say, smoked a cigarette as one of your habits. Therefore, if you do smoke a cigarette, you click the negative sign and take away some points. But maybe you have something like one of mine, which is trying to drink less coffee. In that sense, if I drink more than a single cup of coffee in a day, I take away points. But if I forego a cup of coffee, I give myself points. The next category is dailies, and much like the MMO term they're named after, they're things that you need to do or not do every day. This is the category you want to use if you're really trying to drive something into your daily thought process, because you'll get penalized for not doing it every day. For me, I set it up as things I really do want to be doing every day. So, half an hour of practicing piano, half an hour of practicing Japanese. I used to be fluent before I forgot it all. At least one creative project done per day, whether that's drawing or working on a jewelry piece or costume or whatever. And at least a half hour of exercise, whether that's riding a bike or playing Dance Central, just something every day. And then the third category is the to-do list, which may or may not have a due date attached to each task. This is for the big projects. This is for the one-time things that you need to get done. This is for stuff that, you know, might be really difficult and you get a lot of points for it when you do it. For instance, finishing a costume, making a new video that's gonna take 12 hours to edit, doing your taxes, you know, that kind of thing. That's for your to-do list. Now, when setting up each task, you have a couple of options. One of them is picking the difficulty. You begin with easy, medium, and difficult, and each one of those is supposed to entail the actual difficulty of this task. So for instance, if it's something that's really easy to do, then you leave it on easy. But if it's something that you know is gonna take a lot of time and effort to do, then go ahead and put it on difficult. That way, when you do the task, you get that much more reward for it. So for instance, something as easy as remembering to take a pill every day, versus something as difficult as like climbing Mount Everest. From my understanding, HabitRPG already has some algorithms in place that use the frequency of a completed task to determine how difficult it probably is. But you can use the difficulty meter as a jump start on tasks you know are going to take a lot of work to complete. Now, the payoff for completing these tasks, besides the sense of self-satisfaction for improving your life, comes in the form of rewards. These can be something like a new item for your avatar that changes the way they look, or temporary immunity for those days you just really don't want to get out of bed, or they can be something that you yourself set. For instance, one such reward, as suggested by the game tutorial itself, could be watching an episode of a TV show you really like, or playing a couple hours of a game you happen to be obsessed with. Or it could be something you really want to buy, but you're not letting yourself buy it until you stick to a diet for more than a week, or quit smoking, or ace your SATs. Use your imagination. It can really be anything you want. Just ask yourself, what do you really like doing or buying? And tell yourself, no, not today. Not until I get that many points doing or not doing the things I need to. Now at this point you're probably thinking, what's the point of using this if I have to come up with my own tasks and rewards? What's to stop me from cheating? And the answer is, there really is no in-game anti-cheat. Like making potions in Morrowind, this is a highly exploitative system, and I really only recommend it to you if you yourself want to make changes in your life. The only one stopping you from cheating is you. The only one making this game worth playing is you. And before you even try it, I highly suggest you sit down with pen and paper or a word processor and make a list of all the changes in your life that you want to make. Only once you have these things identified can you effectively use the system and make an honest go of improving your life. So anyway, that's my impression so far. I've only been using the game for a couple of days, and I haven't even really explored all the extra features they have in there. My hope is that by using HabitRPG, I'll get my creative juices flowing again, that I'll feel more inspired to make videos, as well as attend to other creative pursuits I've left on the back burner for too long. I'll put my username in the description, so if you decide to try it out, we can become friends on there and join a party and explore all that. I don't really know what it means, but we'll figure it out together. And maybe we can help each other come up with tasks and equivalent rewards. For instance, one of my to-dos was to make this video, and now having done that, I'm gonna go reward myself with some Majora's Mask. Bye!